Welcome to World History, where we delve into the events that shaped our world. Today, we uncover a hidden tragedy in Indian history, the Hyderabad Massacre of 1948. This story has a way of cropping up, of being hinted at, but rarely does it get the full treatment. The blood spilled in Hyderabad in 1948 demands to be remembered, to be understood. It was a human tragedy of immense proportions, one that continues to resonate to this day. The year is 1947. The British Empire is gasping its last breaths on the Indian subcontinent. Partition unleashes waves of violence, the likes of which the world had rarely seen. Amidst this chaos, the Nizam of Hyderabad dreams of independence. But Jawaharlal Nehru, India's newly minted Prime Minister, has other plans. In September 1948, Operation Polo is launched. Indian troops surge across the border to annex Hyderabad. In the halls of power, this is framed as a police action, but on the ground, the reality is far more brutal. Over the next few days, violence explodes across Hyderabad. Thousands are killed and tens of thousands displaced. In the aftermath of the massacre, the Indian government commissions an inquiry. They task Pandit Sundarlal, a renowned lawyer, to lead the charge. Sundarlal's team embarks on a quest for truth amidst the ruins. They interview witnesses, survivors, and collect evidence. Their report, though never officially released, speaks of widespread atrocities and systematic violence. It alleges the involvement of organized groups operating with impunity. The Sundarlal report becomes a symbol of the government's unwillingness to confront the true scale of the tragedy. Even today, the report remains a point of contention. Beyond the cold statistics lie the human stories. Stories like that of Fatima Begum, a young mother who watched in terror as her world crumbled. Her husband, a shopkeeper, was snatched away in the dead of night, never to be seen again. She and her children fled their home, becoming refugees in their own land. Or Ram Lal, a Hindu teacher who watched in horror as his Muslim neighbors were targeted. These were human beings, individuals with hopes and dreams, whose lives were irrevocably shattered. To understand the Hyderabad massacre, we must view it through the lens of history. The partition of India and Pakistan was not just a geographical division, it was a tearing of the social fabric. Hyderabad, with its diverse population, became a microcosm of these larger tensions. The massacre was fueled by years of simmering resentment and deep-seated prejudices. The scars of partition ran deep, cutting through the very heart of Indian society. The Hyderabad massacre is a tragic reminder of the fragility of peace and the ease with which old hatreds can be reignited. No exploration of the Hyderabad massacre would be complete without delving into the role of the Razakars. Were they valiant defenders of their homeland or religious fanatics responsible for atrocities? The Razakars, drawn primarily from Hyderabad's Muslim population, saw themselves as protectors of the Nizam's rule. They were fiercely opposed to joining India, viewing it as an existential threat to their identity and faith. Their actions contributed to the climate of terror that gripped Hyderabad in the lead-up to the Indian invasion. The annexation of Hyderabad was a pivotal moment in India's post-independence journey. It represented the triumph of unity over fragmentation, but this victory came at a steep price. The violence exposed the fault lines within Indian society. Hyderabad became a testing ground for the ideals of a secular, democratic India. The massacre raised questions about the use of force and the balance between national security and individual rights. It forced India to confront the demons of its past and the enduring challenge of communal harmony. The story of Hyderabad's integration into India continues to shape the nation's present. Why does the Hyderabad massacre matter? Because history, even at its most uncomfortable, demands to be remembered. The massacre is a stark reminder of the human capacity for violence and the ease with which societies can fracture. By shining a light on this forgotten chapter, we honor the memory of the victims and learn from the past. We challenge the narratives that seek to bury uncomfortable truths. The Hyderabad Massacre may be a hidden tragedy, but it's a tragedy nonetheless. The ghosts of 1948 still haunt India. The Hyderabad Massacre casts a long shadow over the nation's present. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of peace and the dangers of intolerance. The massacre underscores the importance of dialogue and building bridges of understanding. True unity cannot be achieved through force, but through empathy and recognizing our shared humanity. The legacy of Hyderabad is a call to action to create a society where diversity is celebrated and justice prevails. For the sake of the victims and the future of India, let us learn from the ashes of Hyderabad. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe to World History for more deep dives into the events that shaped our world. The Hyderabad Massacre may be a hidden tragedy, but it's a tragedy nonetheless. By remembering the past, we equip ourselves to build a better future. Let us honor the victims of Hyderabad by striving for a world where such atrocities are never repeated.